Right, Leach96 said, we need FSG to back Arne Slot in the summer. Yes, sir, we do. I struggle to just see how we can do so many changes in the summer and it not affect us for next season. But ultimately, I think the debate we're going to have is, do we trust that Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes are going to be able to find the same gems as they did previously, or he did in Michael Edwards' time previously? And look, he certainly has the credentials for it. And whether they do make the difficult decisions around Virgil or Mo, and we have to stomach those, you know, there's no saying right now that it's going to be the right decision or the wrong decision. It's all going to be a personal preference. For me, I want the two lads to stay. I think they can contribute more for a couple more years. But if the club decide that, you know, it isn't the right decision to renew, there's not much we can do about that other than trust the process, and that stings a little bit. But I don't know how everyone else feels about it. For me, I'm up and down. I can understand and see the need for a refreshing of certain areas of the squad, but I don't know, a wholesale change of 3 really big players leaving would be a tough pill to swallow. Well, if so many attackers, would this mean Salah stays? I don't know, Tanya. I don't know. It's a very fair question. If you're looking on the list of attackers we have at the club, there's only one that's really done the business this season consistently. Cody Gakpo's had his moments as well, so full credit Cody. But we're going to look at some of the numbers actually. Here's one, right? Anfield Sector posted this earlier on, and it said between Jota, Diaz and Darwin Núñez, so between 3 players, 3 attackers, we've scored 3 goals in 41 appearances combined. So if you take Mo out of the equation and you look at Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, they have 3 goals in their last 41 combined appearances. That's shocking. Let's be honest with it, that is shocking. If any other club's attack was doing that, we'd be calling them a one-player team. And we have to acknowledge that. It's something like 4 years since Jota scored a goal in the Champions League. So I can absolutely see why the club are looking to refresh the attack. The big question for us fans is going to be, is that refresh, as Tanya asked, going to be including or without a Mohamed Salah? Azam said, we should not let Trent leave us, he's special. Look, my friend, I don't think anybody wants Trent to leave. You know, I don't think this is anything that the club can really control too much. You know, they'll, I'm sure, made him an offer, but if he's made his mind up, Azam, and it looks like he probably has, there's not much the club can do about it. It's going to be a difficult one for everybody to stomach because, of course, we're going to lose him for free. And that's never great, especially when it's not an aging player. You're talking about a 26-year-old local boy there in his prime. So we're going to have to wait and see, Azam. But all the vibes and signs are that he's going to depart. I mean, I'll read you out a line from one of the Echo pieces that I read today. And it kind of gives you an idea of it. So this is just one little paragraph from a piece in the Echo, and it said, with little sign of Alexander-Arnold signing a new contract and Real Madrid laying out the red carpet, everything points to the clock counting down on his Anfield career. And when you've got the Echo, who are optimists to the extreme, saying that little's pointing towards him staying and all signs are pointing to him departing, I think we can safely say the writing's on the wall. As much as I don't want it to be, you know, that is the lay of the land as we see it. Leach said Chiesa and Elliott need to play, but I don't think Slot likes them because of their physicality, but they're good footballers and they showed it yesterday. So my point would be, is Larry, by the way, is this Larry Leach? Or, no, this is different Leach, sorry, I'm confusing myself. My point would be, what have we got to lose now? So Diogo Jota, well, we've ran through the numbers a moment ago from the players who aren't Mohamed Salah this season. 3 goals in 41 appearances from Jota, Diaz and Núñez. So what have we got? What's the risk really in playing the likes of Chiesa for the last 9 games? Stick Cody Gakpo on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right, and put Chiesa through the centre. Can't do much worse. So I agree. And I love Elliott, and I thought when they came on yesterday, they made a difference. Jones made a difference. Elliott made a difference. Obviously, Federico scored a goal, made a difference. So, yeah, I agree with you. But let's see what the manager has to say. Roy, how are you, Roy? Said, watch FSG go cheap in the summer after selling Diaz, Núñez and Jota, with the other 3 leaving on freeze. Can you see Delap, Danz and Chiesa and Gakpo? So, there's been lots written, Roy, over the last few days, really singling out Isak and Julian Alvarez. So if that's the calibre of player that's been written about, then you bet your ass that's the calibre of player that Liverpool fans are expecting now. Because yes, we're going to lose Darwin. We may lose some more forwards, but you can't cheap out on this. Because this is supposed to be the summer where there's an acceptance at the club that huge investment needs to be made. So they've not spent really in the last few windows. They've turned profits. So there's no excuse for them not investing big and getting this right. And that's what I expect. I'm sure that's what you expect. And that's what every Liverpool fan expects at this point. So let's wait and see. And also, I'd like to point out another thing, Roy. There's no time for dicking about now. Because you've already wasted a year. And we believe that in that year you were preparing the groundwork for the big summer. So we expect quick signings in at the start of this window. Because why wouldn't we? So there'll be no excuses that we have to wait for the window to go on to see if players are available or any of the other excuses that we've been given over the years. You've had a year, you haven't renewed the contracts, you haven't bought another football club if you're Michael Edwards. So what have they been doing? The only thing that we can assume they've been doing is laying the groundwork for this summer, which should mean a very efficient summer transfer window. But let's wait and see. Bricktop said, if he does play Chiesa now and starts banging in goals, the words, he's like a new signing, will start to circulate. But it's not a bad thing either way. Like, if Chiesa starts banging in goals, it isn't a bad thing whatever way we look at it. You know, he's still already taken up a squad place. So they can't say that, you know, it's a new signing because he was already in the squad. He was already getting paid, already taking up a spot on the bench. So if he starts doing that, look, I'll take that as a win, personally. But again, let's wait and see what happens. Leach said, we have to spend money in the summer. We can't be cheap. I don't want another 3-4 year rebuild. We need players ready now. And I don't have faith in FSG. I don't have faith in FSG either, mate. I think they'll partially do it and not follow through and do it properly. So if we all accept, for the argument's sake here, that the three lads are gone. So if, just for a minute, we accept that Virgil, Mo and VVD are gone, then just to get back to parity is probably going to cost us 200 million. To get back to the level that we already have at the club. And that's before addressing the centre forward issue, the left back issue, a midfielder probably. And I don't have faith that they're going to spend the money it takes to get that. Because everybody in world football knows now that Liverpool are looking to refresh. Everybody in world football knows that Liverpool desperately need attackers. So in these situations, the price generally goes up.